Out front tonight, CNN's chief business correspondent Ali Velshi. Ethan Pollack, he's the senior policy analyst at the Economic Policy Institute and a former staff member for President Obama's National Commission on Fiscal Responsibility and Reform. And Daniel Mitchell, senior fellow at the Cato Institute. Ali, let me come to you first. The numbers sound good, are they?
I don't care. I'm going to go one further than Aaron. Not only does the absolute number of the unemployment percentage not matter, or I don't even think the trend matters. The bottom line is there are measures of unemployment that are much more important. The number of jobs created minus the jobs lost, the average hours worked in a week, and wages. We measure that every month, but we're so caught up in this percentage rate that it's dropped below 8%. Guess what? Republicans hated the fact that it was above 8%. No president gets elected with unemployment about 8%, drops below 7.8%. And what's the main accusation today? That the books are cooked, that somebody actually got in and muddled with the numbers. Not possible. That is not likely to be done. It doesn't matter.
We're going to get to the cooked books in a minute. Okay, you cited a lot of stuff there. So all that stuff considered, are we better off now or not?
Yes. Well, we're better off. I mean, I would have liked the numbers that we had in 2011, beginning of 2012, when we were growing more jobs per month, 114,000. It's what we expected it to be. It's not great. That is not a number Barack Obama should be crowing about. It's not a number that Mitt Romney should be accusatory about. The bottom line is Barack Obama has created more jobs since he's been in office than were lost on his watch. But Mitt Romney points out correctly, they are not the right quality of jobs. They are lower quality. They're lower hours. So, no, this is not morning in America. It's also not a disaster. We're going in the right way very, very slowly.
All right, Ethan, jump in here. Are you encouraged?
I am, and I totally agree with Ali. You know, Mitt Romney's been saying that we've been having X months of unemployment above 8%. He can't say that anymore. On top of that, the president can say now that he's created over 500,000 private sector jobs since he's been in office, which is more than 2 times what President Bush said. So he has some new, powerful rhetorical arrows that are in his quiver.
Daniel, this seems to me, when I saw this report today, I thought this fits perfectly into this narrative of a country that's divided because it's a little bit good news, it's not a lot of good news, and it leaves everybody with room to argue.
Symbolically, it was a victory for the White House to get that unemployment rate under 8%, along with just about everybody else. I predicted on my blog that that would be the key to Obama winning re-election. But objectively, if you look at the numbers, there are some real problems with the number of people who've dropped out of the labor force. If you're comparing it to Reagan, Morning in America, you compared the Obama recovery to Reagan, Obama's behind by 6.9 million jobs. And probably even more important, if we go broader than just the jobs numbers, it's per capita disposable income that a lot of social scientists have found is a real key to getting reelected. And that number doesn't look too good for Obama.
Well, you raise an interesting point here, the symbolism of all of this and how people feel about it. Let's look at a CNN poll from last month. 67% of registered voters expect economic conditions will be good a year from now. 31% say poor. Daniel, what do you think? They right? They wrong?
The economy will be better, but it's a question of how much better. Let's not forget, Obama promised if we enacted his so-called stimulus, by today, the unemployment rate would be down to 5.5%. Well, we're almost 2.5 percentage points above that. So something's gone wrong. If you look at the Minneapolis Federal Reserve's website, there's an interactive feature that allows you to look at all the business cycles since World War II. This is the worst GDP performance of any president, and it's the worst jobs performance of any president. So yes, things are getting better, but at such an anemic rate.
Let's move on to one other thing.
The problem was, Tom?
Yeah, go ahead, jump in, please.
You know the problem was with that promise, which you're actually right about. They should never have made that promise. It was a ridiculous promise. But promises get people elected. Promises get things passed. So now Mitt Romney comes out and says, I'm going to create 12 million jobs over 4 years, 3 million jobs a year, 250,000 jobs a month. A ridiculous claim. And what does the Obama campaign do? Because Morning in America sounds better than Evening in America, the Obama campaign comes out and says, that's a low bar. We can do that too. Neither of them can.
Hey,